afternoon once again. We want to continue our lecture on methods of teaching mathematics. This time we will focus on teaching geometric concepts. We've heard of the terms points, lines, line segments, and then rays. But normally we get confused in most cases when it comes to differentiating between lines and line segments and maybe rays. So after this lesson, it is our expectation that you'll be familiar with the differences between these three concepts, and be able to link them to real life situations. And so I'm going to start with the first one, known as points. What is a point? And at what point can we say this is a point? Now, points, space is taught as of being made up of locations and points. Geometric figures are taught as sets of points. And so at that level, how do we teach points? What real life situations can we use to teach the concept of points? And so you can guide students to take a look at the pens that they are using. The tip of the pen can be located and can be used as a point. If you can also talk about a stick, look at the tip of the stick. That tip of the stick can always also be used to determine or tell something about the point. I have a marker with me here. If I look at the tip of this marker, I can also use this one to teach something about it. Now, when we walk through the school environment, we can locate points at so many areas. In my classroom here, I can locate a point. Now, I can locate a point here. This is a point. I can locate here as a point. I can locate this place as a point. I can even locate this place as a point. So in the classroom, their tabletops, they can locate points there. So here we have a point there. We can also have a point here. If I place my rule or my ruler, how can we determine the point? There's a point here, there's a point there, there's a point there, there's a point there. And so points can easily be taught. As they walk in the environment, if they want to show locations, normally you see an arrow showing the direction of something. And so when you follow this arrow, you get to where exactly the location is. That location is going to be the point. And points is so important as far as geometry is concerned. Normally, if you look at even the way these communication marks are located, they are not just located anyhow. Normally, they consider the fact that the people around that environment will have access to network. Therefore, let's put this mark at this point. And it is that most of the points are going to be equidistant from where that pole is going to be located, so that means of communication or the access to mobile network is going to be distributed across all the surroundings in that environment. So points are so important. So like I said, we can use so many things to talk about points. Okay. Now we come to lines. We come to talk about lines. We come to talk about lines. So in the classroom, if I want to teach lines, then I can give this twine to 2 students. I can give the twine here to 2 students. Such that I can cut at one end, and give it to the students. And so in the classroom, that those students who are going to hold the twine, the tip of the twine at both ends, they are going to stay outside the classroom, so that the students in the classroom will not be able to locate where those two students are or where they are located. The only thing they can see is that they will see the line or they will see the twine. They will see the twine in that state form. But where those people holding the twine are, they cannot locate them. They cannot locate them. In that sense, they will not know where the twine is starting from and where the twine is going to end. So you will see that if I have this drawing of that illustration that I was doing, then it means that, let's assume these are the students here, student A, there's another student here, student B. Then this is the school wall. This is another wall. This is the classroom. Let's assume the blackboard. And so this is the twine. If the students are standing, they are sitting there. This is the chair for one student. This may be a chair for another student. So these are the students in the classroom. They cannot see these students because this is the wall. They can see. They cannot see these students too. The only thing they can see is the twine. So it is telling us that for a line, we don't know when or where it is starting from and where it is going to end. So through this demonstration, the children will be able to determine that lines are such that we don't know where they are going to start. We don't know where they are going to end. So we don't know the end points of the lines. So that is all about the line. And so when we are done with that, let's try to use real life situations to explain that particular concept of a line. And so if I am staying in the gym, and then I'm sitting at the gates at my school, St. Joseph's. If there's a car coming from Sunyani side of Sunyani coming, I may not know where the car is coming exactly. Should the car pass and then gets to another direction, going to Kumasi Bay, I may not know where it is going to end. So where the car is coming, I don't know where exactly it is coming from, and I don't know where exactly it is going to end. In that sense, I'm going to use that one as a line. Another example can be that if you are standing and you see the electrical poles with these cables on it, at the point where you are standing, you may not know where the lines are coming from and where they are going to go. The only thing you can see that you can see the lines on the poles going, but I don't know where they are going to start and where they are going to end. So in this sense, we can use these ideas to teach us about lines in real life situations. Now, the next concept is what we call the line segment. The next concept is the line segment. Here again, we are going to give the twine or the rope to 2 students. Okay? And when we give it to the 2 students, this time both students are going to stand inside the classroom. Then they straight up the twine, holding each tip of the twine. In that sense, the students or the pupils will see their friends who are holding the twines, the tips of the twine. So they will see one student at one, and they will see another student at one end, and they will see the twine. So they will see that student A is holding the tip of the twine. They will see student B is holding the tip of the twine. They will see. So they know where it is starting and where it is going to end. So when we have such scenarios demonstrated, then we are talking about a line segment. Here too, if I have the demonstration, then this is the school wall, this is the school, this is the classroom wall, this is the classroom wall. Then there's a student standing here, there's another student standing here, and then they are holding the twine. Stick up like that. So let's call this student A, this point here student B, and this one to student B. Okay? So now you can see that if the student is sitting here, if this is that, and this is a blackboard, let's assume this is a blackboard, then they can see their friends, friend A standing here, friend B standing there. Okay? They know where the point, the twine starts and where it ends. So this one is going to be used as a line segment. And so we can call this lines as line segment AB. Line segment AB. Mathematically, we can write it as this. Okay? And so normally, don't let us get confused about when we set questions and we say that a line, no. We don't have to use a line, we have to use line segment so that we can determine where it is starting and where it is going to end. And so you can ask them to determine the number of points that can be located in a particular line segment. And they will notice that there will be uncountable number of points. How do you count the points? Uncountable number of points that can be located in a line segment. Now, let's use real life situations also to teach this particular concept. And so here you can use the lines that they use to hang their items on it when they wash their clothes in the house. You see they put one standing there, one is standing. So they know where it is standing, where it is starting, where it is going to end. Where they hang their items when they wash their clothes. Okay, that drawing line is a line segment. In the school where they have their house, they have the school, they know where their house is and where their school is. So if they are moving from their house to the school, if you have to draw a straight line from there to the school, it becomes a line segment. But they know the point that they are leaving the school, their house, is one point, and where they are going to end their journey to the school is also another point. So let's use these real life situations also to teach them about line segments. And the last point that I want us to consider is what we call the ray. We call it the ray. We call that one the ray. And which one is the ray? For the ray, you will give the same twine to the students. Two students will do that. So here what they see is that one student will be standing inside, the other student is going to stand outside. So they know where the student standing inside, where the person is holding the tip of the twine. But the person who is standing outside, they don't see him. So in that sense, they will know the starting point, but the end point, they will not know. So if I want to demonstrate that one, then I have the wall of the classroom. I have a student here. I have another student who is standing outside. So I'll give the twine to this one. So if they are in the classroom, they will see that this student is holding one end of it. But where it is going to end, they will not see this student. They will see that the twine will be going. So they will assume that this is starting here, but we don't know where it is going to end. In that sense, it becomes a ray. And so, mathematically, let's use this as A, and where it is going, we don't know. So we can use an arrow like this, showing the direction, but we don't know where it is going to end. So if we are going to have it in this way, then we say that we draw a ray as this. You can draw a ray as this, that is going to have something like that. What it means is that we know where it is starting, but where it is going to end, we don't know. We don't know. That is a ray. And so this afternoon, I'll be able to teach you what is meant by a point, what is meant by a line, what is meant by a line segment, what is the MIA way. And under all these circumstances, we should be able to give real life situations to that, and then let the student appreciate the difference between a line and a line segment. Thank